was on the stop. And it looks like gain's about a yard, and it looks like the Corsairs are trying to move the ball, but they can't get past the defensive line.
Yeah, the read option there. Defense is ready correctly right there. Going to come back right here and make another play.
So here we go, 3rd and about 9 for the Corsairs. 2:45 remaining in the first quarter. Corsairs trying to score before the end of the first quarter here. Gaither looking to pass. Gaither now looking to use his feet, and he's going to be stopped behind the line. And number 15, Shane Demetrius, there on the stop. It looked like that Gaither was going to try to run, try to scramble, but it looked like he caught the shoelace. So bring up 4th and about 9 on the play. And what do you think they're going to go for here? Are they going to go for it? Looks like the offense is going to stay on the field.
Here. See if they can draw them off sides. Still got all their timeouts.
There's Gaither looking to pass. Has a man wide open and overthrows him a little bit. Intended for Caleb Price. So I was surprised by that. To go for on 4th and 9, why not try to kick a field goal?
Yeah, it looks like right there, they're right at the edge of their kicker's range. Kind of a tough call by Coach White there. You got to go for the field goal. They're trying to go for the 4th down. Not in terrible field position here, though. Not terrible field position at all.
So I was just informed that the original kicker is out. He injured himself last week. So that's a big key right there. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Jaguars. Pressure comes. Pass complete to number 3. And that is Tyson on the reception. And that's going to result in a Jaguar 1st down. So it looked like the Corsairs were playing the pass there a little bit. Then they got a little bit caught up in the trying to find out who was on who. So, minute 15 left to play here in the first quarter. Jaguars lead 3-0. There's a high snap. Here comes the pressure. And a penalty play. Here comes the pressure. The quarterback stops. And he's going to get dragged down by number 26, Michael Phillips. So, the quarterback was running and then he all of a sudden stopped. But there is laundry on the field, and it might be coming back.
Yeah, it looked like the quarterback was escaping the pocket there, had a man downfield. Couldn't quite make a good decision there.
So number 36, Gabriel Ubride, was on the penalty for the Jaguars. So now the Jaguars get a penalty, and that's what we talked about earlier is the holding penalties. And that Corsairs got that called twice on him and shot himself in the foot. And so now the Jaguars have to deal with the same thing. 1st and 10. And they're meant to play here in the first quarter. Here's Jared, hands the ball off to number 25, and that's Isaiah Valvarez. And 30 seconds of play here in the first quarter. And that's going to put the Jaguars at about the 34-yard line, and I think this might be the last play of the first quarter. And I think that's what they're going to do is let the clock run down. This might be it, unless they're going to try and get the snap off in time, down to 3 seconds. And they got it off in time, and Jared using his feet, using his legs, and a nice gain, and that's going to bring the ball to the 49-yard line. So about an 18-yard run, and that's going to conclude the first quarter of play here at the Redwood Bowl. Jaguars lead 3-0.
Today, we come to honor the memory of one of College of the Redwoods' outstanding multi-sport athletes. supporter of CRI and the community media.
Broadcast of this game on
Dave
KCCH is being brought to you by Access Humboldt. You
One
can find
year
out
ago,
more about Access Humboldt support of local voices at accesshumboldt.net by calling 707-443-9352.
include being a four-sport all-county athlete at Ferndale High, who still holds the track record. All Golden Valley Conference and state championship in football and multi-track events. He has also been inducted into the College Redwoods Hall of Fame several times for his football prowess and as an individual track athlete. Dave was selected as one of the top 10 athletes of all time in the Humboldt-Delaware County area. He was a walk-on starter for the California Golden Bears and a strong supporter.
Looks like next week the Corsairs will be headed down to
Today, his wife Barbara is here with
17th. They'll be back here at home on September 24th at 1 p.m. The Corsairs will be taking on Monterey Peninsula here at Cal Poly Humboldt.
I think that Wesley's game is going to be a battle.
We'll see.
So here we go. Start of the second quarter. Jaguars come out, ball about the 50-yard line. There's a handoff to number 22. And that's Isaac Hawkins. Inside handoff, and he gets no gain on the play. So, looking back at the first quarter, the Corsairs defense looks like they were looking to the most of the pass play, but that's why the run game was so good. And then if they weren't looking for the run, or if they weren't looking for the pass, they were looking for the run, and that's why so many guys were open.
Absolutely. The play calling is huge there on defense.
Jared under center, fakes a handoff. Pass is long and incomplete pass intended for number 3. That was Tyson Burkhart. And it looks like number 17, Preston Reed, was on the coverage there. So the coverage was good. We almost got flagged for pass interference there.
No, great job by Reed there. He stayed inside and was making the play on the ball. He was making the play on the defender or on the offensive player.
That's so important for the defense, is to turn your head to see where the ball's at so you don't get called for that.
Absolutely.
So it brings up 3rd and 11. Ball on the 49-yard line. Here's Jared out of shotgun. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Casey Collins. And the Jaguars will go 3 and out again.
Great job on coverage there by the Corsairs. Made a good adjustment from the last series.
Huh? So it looks like we have looks like Mason Pretty's back deep to receive, and they're just gonna let the ball take a bounce, a good bounce, and the Jaguars, a good spot to mark the ball down inside the 9.
Yeah, very fortunate bounce for the Jaguars there.
It looked like Mason was going to get it, but he saw that pressure coming, and he backed off a little bit.
Yeah, not very long punts, so gave a lot of time for the Jaguars to run downfield, put some pressure on them. No chance.
And it looks like the defensive line is huddled up around the bench. What do you think the message is from the coach? Pressure the ball.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job of pressuring. Looks like they're going to try and get a little bit more coverage on the outsides. They've been doing a great job inside.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Corsairs. Gaither looking at the clock, down to 5 seconds on the play clock. And the pressure by the Jaguars, I believe. Jones on the tackle, Watson on the carry. That's going to move the ball back to the 5-yard line. Man, that was a big play by the defense.
Yeah, great coverage on the outside by the Jaguars. They really got to the man. They seemed to see it coming their way.
It was close to being a safety. Here's Gaither again. Looking pass. Had a man wide open. And incomplete. Intended for Jimmy Fomby. I don't think that'll be the first time we get to say that name. And number 2, Tanner Jones on the coverage. See, that right there is a good coverage. So 3rd and 14, the ball in the 5 for the Corsairs. Looks like Gaither will have 3 to the left of him, or to the right of him, and 1 to the right. There's a pass in the middle, but nobody was looking. Intended for the Mario Watson. So I don't know where the ball was, where he was trying to go for that ball, but nobody was looking at it.
A little breakdown in communication. Looked like he had a little hard time getting a grip on the ball too, Gaither did. He was looking for number 6 over in the middle there. Just threw a little high. Number 6 also wasn't looking for it. Got to make sure we get that right next time.
So Isaac Hawkins, or correction, number 26, Coley Smith, Isaiah Velez. You're confusing me. Isaiah Velez deep back to return for the Jaguars. He's about on the, almost had it blocked. And Isaiah's going to pick it up about the 49-yard line. And good defense by the Corsairs. Number 24, Blade Brandsetter. That's a way to cut down the coverage for the Corsairs.
Yeah, great job by the Corsairs to get downfield there. Surprised he let it bounce so many times before he picked it up.
And he had it almost blocked to the end zone.
Yeah, great job by the Corsairs on that special teams play.
So Jaguars will take over 1st and 10. Here comes, looks like Jared comes back out. Isaac behind him. Jared under center, man in motion. And it looks like movement on the offensive line.
False start. Offensive line. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
False start on the offense on the Jaguars, so that's going to move them back 5 yards. So that's a big thing right there, too.
Yeah, it looked like the snapper lost count of the hard count. Didn't even snap the ball. Everybody else is moving.
So 1st and 15, backs it up to the 45-yard line. Jared back under center, hands the ball to Isaac. Isaac tries to get through the middle. There's a nice block, and Isaac will carry the ball up to the 35-yard line this time. So 10-yard gain, so they get the 10 yards back from the false start. Now they're on the other side of the 50 on the Corsairs 40. Now it's about the 34-yard line. And Jared, a little screen pass to Isaac Watson, and he's going to gain about 2 yards on the play. And so it looks like a player's helmet came off, so he'll have to sit for 1 play. So the Jaguars will be 3rd and about 3 on about the 34-yard line. Jared out the pass. Jared completes the pass to number 17, Ty Matthews. And that's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Jaguars. And they're going at it again.
Yeah, great play design there by the Jaguars. Got to tip your cap. Very decisive move by the quarterback. Found his man over in the middle wide open. Was able to pick up the 1st down.
So the defense is trying to stop them from scoring. The last time they were down the other end, they held them for 3 points. Jared out of the shotgun. Hawkins behind him. Jared looking to pass, pressure coming. Jared taking off, and he's going to step out of bounds, but there's another flag on the play. This might be coming back. So legal block below the waist by Fernando Sosa. And that's a big thing there too. That's another safety for the players at what they're watching for.
Absolutely. A lot of times on broken plays, you'll see those penalties where it's a hold, a legal block. You got to keep your composure under that play because you can still gain some yardage with offense.
So now instead of it being 1st and 10, it's going to be 1st and 25 for the Jaguars. Jared looking to pass. There's another man wide open, and that is going to be number 17 again, Kai Matthews. And that's going to be second down, but that's the second time he's thrown to him. Kai Matthews has been open for 2 times now that he's thrown to him. Looks like the coverage on that play was off. So they get the yards back, and the ball will be spotted at the 9-yard line, 2nd and 5. Jared out of the shotgun. Hawkins to the right of him. Looking to pass. End zone. Touchdown. Jaguars. Number 5, Casey Collins. That's a big play for the Jaguars to come back and score after being back 15 yards. Roland to kick the extra point. Number 10, Trent Cousins to hold. But the snap is a little bobble. Trent looking to pass. And there's a straight pass, but it's knocked down. So after the bad pass, or after the bad snap, the Jaguars get nothing. And I don't know if the snapper didn't know where the quarterback was, or if he just lost the handle.
Yeah, it looked like it was a snap, kind of skipped into the holder there. Doesn't even get a grip on it.
So the Jaguars now lead 9-0 here in the second quarter. 10:01 remaining. We're getting down to the end of the first half, and the first quarter, it was a little bit iffy for the Corsairs. They started coming back, but then they lost the ball. They had it open, and then all of a sudden, here comes the Jaguars.
Yeah, it'll be key to see how Redwoods responds right here after that score. See if we can get some pressure of our own.
Looks like Mason deep back to receive for the Corsairs. And Demario Watson as well. Here's Roland Lugsby to kick. A pooch kick, high kick. Mason on the return from the 10-yard line. There's a nice block. There goes Mason, and he's going to get dragged down. And they're wanting a face mask, but they're not going to get it. But there is a penalty flag around the 30-yard line. Man, we're getting a lot of penalties on this play.
Yeah, the heat seems to be affecting the boys, not only their bodies, but also their minds. Key to keep the composure right here. Work hard until halftime.
So, look, this will be an interesting call. So, block below the waist by number 19, Tyler Haskell. And instead of being in good field position, now they're being backed up to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, really unfortunate there. It looked like number 19 was begging for his case and not getting flagged. Really opened up his man.
They wanted a face mask there, but the referee said no. So Gaither comes out 1st and 10 on the 15-yard line, looking to pass. And the pass is completed to number two, Dante Hurt. He's from Clarksville, Tennessee. Wow, he's far away from home. Brings up 2nd and 5 or 2nd and 6. There's an inside handoff. There's a nice block. There's a nice spin, and then Levi Cox carries the ball to the 40-yard line. And that's where the Corsairs are going to take over. A big run by Levi Cox. Nice blocking for him, too.
Yeah, great job getting the open lane up the middle to run through. And even once he made contact, broke a tackle or two, was able to get a couple extra yards after contact.
That he kept driving his feet. So the Corsairs will take over 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line. Gaither looking to pass, a little screen pass intended for number 10, and that's Nathan Lopez. And that looked like a little bubble out route, and he didn't reach out his hands to catch the ball. It might have been a little too far ahead of him.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of rushed the throw there, threw it in the turf right in front of his teammate.
So Corsairs will bring up 2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line. 8:52 left to play in the second quarter. Ten on the play clock. Gaither looking to pass. And the ball is going to be picked off by number 7, Gabe Lopez. He was looking for Caleb Price, but Caleb Price didn't turn his head in time. So Gabe Lopez read the quarterback's eyes, read the play, and he was there to intercept the ball.
Yeah, good play by San Jose right there to get that ball. Also looked like the throw was a little in front of his receiver too, which kind of opened up the lane for him to make a play on the football.
And that's what we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast from last week's game. You got to be right there. You got to look at the wide receivers. Have got to look at the quarterback to see where the ball's sold, but it's good to read by the defense.
Absolutely.
So here comes the Jaguars. Jared looking to pass. Pass is completed. Number 5, Casey Collins. And that's going to move the ball up to about the 44-yard line. And that brings up 2nd and 6, 2nd and 7. They're going to call it a 3-yard gain. Isaac out to the back behind him. Jared looking to pass. Jared looking up. Can't find anybody open. He's going to use his legs. Jared's still moving. And he's going to truck over a player. And Jared is going to take it in for a Jaguars touchdown. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, the Corsairs sleeping right there.
You can't do that. The Corsairs had the pressure. Looked like he had nobody open, and then he found the hole. And so Jared with his legs. And that's the key to these quarterbacks is they know how to use their legs. And it looks like there's a timeout for an injury. Looks like he's up on his feet. So rolling to attempt the PAT. Straight to hold. Nice snap, nice hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So 8:07 here left to play in the second quarter. The Jaguars lead 16-0. Just a reminder that after we come back from halftime, that the Corsairs will get the ball to start the second half. So what is their key mindset to now down by 16 points? What is their mindset to do from this point here on out?
A big key right here for the Corsairs is they're going to have to relax a little bit. Understand that Yes, the game isn't in their favor, but they still have to be able to be composed and make plays as a team. You can't try and do everything at once. You can't score 16 points in one play or in one drive even. You have to take it one play at a time and make sure that we work the ball down the field, and eventually things will shift in our favor.
You think they've been talking on offense and talking on defense of where the ball's at and everything?
Definitely. Ball awareness has been key today. It looks like San Jose has been a lot more sharp on knowing where the ball is going to be, and anticipating the play.
Mason deep back to receive. And Mario Watson on the return. Here goes Mario Watson. And it's going to be a good yardage at the 40 for the Corsairs. And that's where they will take over 1st and 10. So do you think that the Corsairs will keep Gaither out there? Or do you think they'll bring Hutz back in?
Looks like they're going to give Gaither another chance here. See if he can't keep his composure and at least finish out the half, get through this drive right here.
Let's see what they can do. Gaither out of the shotgun. Looks like he has 3 people to the right of him, 1 to the back. And there's Levi Cox again. And Levi will carry the ball up to the 44-yard line, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and about 6 on the play. Their run play has been so good so far, the blockers, but the thing that's driving them back is the holding penalties. And that big one right there, that last play was a block below the waist, and that can't happen. So 2nd and 6, they're trying to draw them off sides. 10 seconds on the play clock. Down to 5, 4, 3, 2, and looks like they got it off in time. Gaither, incomplete pass, was broken up by, it was intended for Noah Sharp. Number 9, Jaquin Green was there on the incompletion on the block. So did he realize where the clock was out, the play clock was at?
Yeah, he knew exactly where the clock was at. You can see he was timing it up, get that play off just in time. Also looked like number 13 was kind of flat-footed on that reception there. You got to make sure you come back to the ball and give yourself space away from your defender.
So 3rd and 7, ball on the 43-yard line. And it looks like a little trick play. There goes Levi Cox up the gut. And that's going to be a big play. 1st down for the Corsairs. Man, that tricked me.
Good old back pocket steak.
Wow. The quarterback had the ball, and then the running back just stood there like a statue. I don't think the defense saw that coming.
Beautiful play design right there. Had running back setting up like he was going to block. Quarterback came up behind him like he was running, and then stuck it right in his back pocket in his outstretched arm, ran the other way, misdirected the defense.
So it looks like Gabriel Ward's back out there now. Looks like Gaither's looking deep, looking short, and he had the ball in his hands, but he dropped it. And that was intended for Noah Sharp. So he had the ball. It looked like he was running before he completed the catch.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were talking about earlier. Catching the ball in traffic, super key to make sure you have the ball secured first.
So it was a good pass play, but incomplete. So it brings up 2nd and 10 on the 33-yard line. Looks like Ward's going to stay out there. And Gabriel directing traffic, bringing in the 2 wide receivers. Gaither looking to pass, short pass, but he is dropped down by number 43, Alex Tran. 5'7", 200-pound freshman from Independence, San Jose, California. So that's a big dude.
That's a big dude.
So brings up 3rd and 10. I don't think he got gain on that play.
Yeah, great job of hanging around the ball by the receiver there. We're going to make sure we get a little bit more yardage on that play.
So brings up 3rd and 10. Gaither by himself, looking deep, has a man wide open, completed catch, and he's going to be brought down at the 15-yard line. Mario Watson on the completed catch. and that's going to set up a first and goal or first and 10 for the Corsairs. So the Corsairs are marching up the field.
Great throw by Gaither right there. Threw it in the only spot where his guy could get it and nobody else.
So first and 10, 5:50 left to play here in the second quarter. Gaither out of the shotgun, and it looks like Levi Cox again. And Levi Cox is going to carry the ball up to about the 13-yard line, and it'll be maybe the 12. They'll be bringing up second and 6. Second and 5, ball on the 5-yard line.
In the red zone here, super key to take care of the ball. Make sure we come away some points.
Gaither calling out the plays. Gaither hands the ball off to Levi Cox again. Levi loses the ball, and it looks like the Corsairs were fortunate enough to get back on the ball. Covered by Mario Watson. It looks like there's a miscue on the transfer on the handoff. Looks like he had it in his hand and then he fumbled it, but Watson was there to pick up the fumble. So it brings up 3rd and 5, ball back on the 11-yard line. So a 6-yard loss on the play. Looking to get a score here on the board for the Corsairs. Gaither out of the shotgun. Gaither looking to use his legs. Can't find anybody open. Finds the man wide open. Touchdown, Corsairs. Levi Cox on the reception. Touchdown.
On that score, I want to go back to that previous play. The play where they had that fumble for the loss. See, it's not always a bad thing when you lose yardage really close to the goal right there. Because they're actually able to do it, it spread out the defense a little more, and they're able to find that hole right in the middle where you can get that touchdown.
So Levi Cox on the 11-yard completion for Corsairs, touchdown.
Number 32, Russ.
Russell Baker on the attempt to point after. Nice snap, nice hold. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. Looked like it just went short. So the Corsairs come back and score 6 points. Did that go under the crossbar, or did it go up to the left?
It looked like it was slightly to the right.
To the right.
Yeah, it looked like the right umpire was waving no good.
So 4:21 left to play here in the second quarter. The Corsairs 6, the Jaguars 16. So as the Corsairs come back out on defense, so they're correcting the score. So as the Corsairs come back out on defense, their mindset has to be the same thing they did before. They have to stop the penetration, the run, the passing play. They gotta be on top of that. From the Jaguars scoring again.
Right. Yeah, the Corsairs have been doing a great job of being contained up the middle, keeping them locked in. Let's see if we can get some better coverage on the outside this round.
So it looks like Khalid Tulabaya back to receive for the Jaguars. And number 22, Isaac Hawkins. And Hawkins on the return. And he is going to be mauled by a bunch of Corsairs on that play. Great stop, great penetration to stop the run from being a big gain.
The Lads on the return. Stop.
A lot of good energy right here by Redwoods, maintaining their composure. Let's see if we can get some good some good pressure right here on the quarterback. See if we can get a stop.
So the Jaguars will come out 1st and 10. Ball on the, looks like the 28-yard line. Jared out of the shotgun. Hands the ball off. That's Hawkins again. Hawkins has been the key player of getting the ball handed off to them. And handed off to him and he knowing where the defense is at. Looks like Ty's Wingham helmet came off, so he has to go off the field for one play. So about 3:50 here left to play in the second quarter. 2nd and 10, ball on the 28-yard line. That was a loss of, or gain of 2. Jared out of the shotgun. Jared looking to pass. Pump fakes once. Looking deep for Kwalik Tulavaya. And it was and he didn't turn his head.
Third down.
Yeah, breakdown of communication there for San Jose. 17 had no idea the ball was coming for him.
This is definitely a key play. So they get a stop here, they get ball at half, and they have a chance to score here too.
That's a big key play right there. So 3:32 left to play in the second quarter. And just a reminder that Corsairs will get the ball to start the second half. So that's a little bit of momentum going into the second half after halftime. Jared out of the shotgun. Hawkins to the right. Jared looking to pass again. Pressure coming. A little bubble screen out to Hawkins. Hawkins has a big upfield to the 50, to the 40. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds to about the 42-yard line, the 38-yard line. And the Jaguars move the ball down again. 3 minutes of play here in the second quarter. Coming up here at halftime, we're going to have some interviews going on. First, we're going to start with the athletic director, Bob, and we're going to talk to him about the team and what's going to take place here in 2023. So I'm looking forward to conducting some interviews with him, and some of the alumni is going to be here, and we'll talk to them. Here's Jared looking for a man. He still has the ball. He's still looking. Finds a man, number 24, Fernando Sosa. So Jared had the ball. There was pressure coming, and he didn't know what to do with that until he finally got rid of it.
Yeah, he put himself in a spin cycle. Almost got too dizzy. Somehow I found a man down the sideline.
I was like, the defense collapsed right there. The defense wasn't awake.
It's hard to play in coverage for 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Really a good defense. They have good coverage for about 6.5 seconds. And after that, you really got to work extra hard to make sure you're covering your man and stick with it through that whole play.
So it brings up 2nd and 4, ball on the 34-yard line. Under 2:20 here left to play in the second quarter. Jared on the center, takes a handoff, looking to pass again. Jared pump fakes once, and it looks like the receiver slipped a little bit. Intended for Kai Matthews. Kai Matthews was open, but it looks like he might have tripped on something on the turf or tripped over his footing. So it looks like the Jaguars will use their first timeout. So 2:15 left to play here in the second quarter. Jaguars lead 16-6. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4 on the 34-yard line. We're going to keep it right here.
You are listening to KZZH LP 96.7 Eureka. KZZH is also streaming at kzzh.accesshumboldt.net. KZZH is community radio from Access Humboldt.
Let's go, Julian! Energy!
34 for the Jaguars from the 34-yard line. 2:15 left to play in the second quarter. Corsairs looking to stop them. Jared out of the shotgun. Looking for a man, looking deep downfield. Has a man wide open. And that is going to be another Jaguar touchdown. Completed a Tyson work hard. So he had somebody on him, and then he did like a wheel route to go back in, to go back out, and then cut back in.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going down on that play. Corsairs brought the blitz. Blitz was a little late getting to the quarterback, stumbling over the blockers. And then downfield, it was one-on-one on the outside. Offensive guy made a couple moves to go in, had room outside, was able to make the play as the defender fell down.
So rolling on to kick the extra point. Trent to hold. Snap is a little hold. The kick is up. And the kick is good. 2:06 left to play here in the second quarter. The Jaguars lead 23-6.
San Jose City, 23. Redwoods.
Real long drive right there by the Jaguars. You know, like 70 yards, 70 plus yards on that drive.
Yeah, they started back here at their about the 40-yard line on the kickoff or the punt. It was a kickoff, and they moved the ball up the field.
Yeah, that big screen pass up the left sideline, that was a big turning point in that drive.
Looked like the Corsairs had them stop when the quarterback was confused of where he was going to throw the ball to, but they ended up taking it down to score. So Demario Watson and Mason Pretty will be deep to return for the Corsairs, rolling to kick for the Jaguars. Let's see if we can get a big play from Mason or Demario. There's a high kick, and it looks like Mason is going to be on the return. Here's some blockers. Mason trying to get cut off the left side, and Mason is going to be tripped up by number 27, Jaden Sell. So he tried to get on the left side, but there was two guys on him.
He had a couple of good blocks there. Looked like the play was designed to be blocked up the left side. He had a couple more openings on the right side, swung back to the left, was able to get a couple extra yards.
Number 26 to the kicking team. There'll be a contact penalty at the return. First down, Redwoods.
So it looks like an offside penalty against the Jaguars. So that's going to move the ball to about the 43-yard line for the Corsairs. I didn't see the penalty flag. Looked like the back judge threw the penalty on that. So minute 57 left to play in the second quarter. Here comes the Corsairs. Gaither leading them out on the field again. Let's see what he can do this time. Looks like they might go tempo here. Gaither out of the shotgun. Here's three to the left of him. Nice snap to Gaither. Pressure coming, looking deep. Has a man. He's holding him. And it looks like it was intended to number 2, Dante Hurt. It was a good pass play, but the defender was right there. Looked like he was holding them, but not enough to draw the penalty.
Yeah, lots of contact on that play. The defender was clearly making a play on the ball, though. That's why there's no flag.
So it brings up 2nd and 10 for the Corsairs. Gaither will be by himself out of the shotgun. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Nice snap, and a little short for the intended receiver. Looked like Dante Hurt again. So I think there's some pressure from Teagan. Like, he's trying to get the ball to them, but it looks like every time he throws it to them, it's either too short or he's overthrowing them.
Right, throws have been a little off right here. Looks like the humidity might be getting to him. Make sure he gets a good grip on this play.
So 3rd and 10 for the Corsairs at the 44-yard line. Here comes heavy pressure again. Teagan looking up the middle. Ball's up in the air. Incomplete pass. And it looked like it was intended for Bryce Bratz.
Great pass by Gaither right there, right to the man's chest. Hit him in the chest, pass popped up to the air, hit the ground.
Luckily, it was not picked off. That would have been a big play for the Jaguars. So it looks like Jaguars are going to use their second timeout of the first half, so they will have one timeout remaining. Why are they using their timeouts?
Another reminder.
Looks like they're trying to stop the clock here. Make sure they give their offense a little rest and get scored.
Basketball team raffle.
Also, though, it gives an opportunity for CR to regroup, recuperate, see if you can get an interception, turnover, fumble.
So what's the mindset here? Do they go for it or do they punt it?
And right here, pretty far in your own territory. It would be a good idea to punt right here. Maybe try and draw them off sides. I believe CR still call all their timeouts. Right?
Yeah, they still have 3 timeouts. So let's see what the Corsairs are going to do here. So it looks like they are going to bring on the punting team. And it looks like Michael Holt is going to be doing the punting for the Corsairs. And looks like Hawkins, I believe Hawkins is going to be deep back for the Jaguars. There's a nice spiral snap. There's a high punt. Good punt. And he's going to be, and 2 defenders trying to get it. He's going right to the right side, and then he's going to be stopped. Good defending by the Corsairs at the 19-yard line.
Great job by the Stingers to hustle downfield there. And also a great punt by Huff to leave the ball in the air and give him that time.
So San Jose will take over on their own 19-yard line. So what do you do with a minute 28? Do you just milk the clock with running plays, or do you go to passing it?
Right here, they'll probably look to pass early and then run late. Also depends on how much clock they have too on their 3rd and 4th downs.
So here we go, 1st and 10 on the 18-yard line for the Jaguars. Jared on the shotgun, and that's going to be a handoff to, I believe that's Hawkins again. No, that's Isaiah Valrez on the carry. And the clock is going to continue to run under a minute 10 left to play here in the 2nd quarter. I called the wrong player on that one.
It was number 8.
So it brings up 2nd and 10, ball on the 18-yard line, under a minute to play here in the 2nd quarter. And there's Isaiah Valrez, and he's going to get stopped nowhere. And it looks like he's going to be drilled back, and a late flag comes in. So it looks like a late penalty flag after the play is going to come in. So this might be a big penalty for the Corsairs.
Big call right here. Looks like it could go either way. After the whistle was blown, Corsairs were still going at it, but then there was a kick by the Jaguars running back there as well.
So this might be, he has his back towards the Corsairs, so it might be marching off towards the Jaguars.
It's going to be a big call right here. And they're still talking about it. What do you think they're talking about?
I don't know. Probably go for it. They're going to have to eat.
Where are you going out to eat?
I don't know.
I recommend Stars.
Stars? Yeah.
All crusty crab.
All right, here we go. Here's the call.
After the play was over, there's no personal foul, unnecessary roughness, also number 25.
So it looks like a personal foul, unnecessary roughness against the Jaguars. And that's going to back them up to the 9-yard line. So 15-yard penalty on that one. That's a big play.
Defenses make sure nothing gets behind them here.
So on that personal foul, that was unnecessary. What was our mindset in that?
Well, there was a big scramble right there. A bunch of dudes on the ground flying all over the place. Play was clearly over, but dudes were still flying in and out. Looked like number 25 kicked his leg out trying to get a dude off him a little too aggressively.
So that penalty flag was on number 25. That was the running back. That was Isaiah Valrez.
Yeah, he was at the bottom of that pile.
So it looks like the Corsairs are going to use their first timeout. So with the ball at the 18-yard line, this is a big play. Actually, no, it's not at the 18-yard line. Where's that?
It'd be the 9.
It would be the 9-yard line. So they were on the 18-yard line, but that play took them back. So the Corsairs have to find a way to either A, get a safety or to stop them from passing the ball over their heads or the big run game.
Yeah, can't let anything over your head right here. Can't let up the big run either.
That's what the Jaguars have been going to mainly is their running play. So here we go. 3rd and 10, ball on the 12-yard line. Jared out of the shotgun. Isaiah to the right of him. Looking to pass. Pressure trying to come up the middle. There comes the pressure. Man is wide open, but he drops the pass. Intended for Tyson Burkhardt. So Corsairs might have one play after this 4th down or 4th and 15. So the Corsairs may have a play. They may have a chance to do something big here.
Yeah, it looks like they'll be able to get not only the return, but also a couple series right here.
So it looks like Mason back to receive for the Corsairs. The punter's back in his end zone, so this might be a play for the Jaguars to stop here so that the defense doesn't rush them. And the clock is down to 0, but before the delay game, the Jaguars will use their final timeout. So the mindset, Jaguars are out of timeouts. They're about to punt the ball away. Corsairs are about to get the ball. What do you do from this point?
This is a good play for the defense to be really aggressive right here. See if they can't force an error by the punter, a shorter punt, and see if we can get another play, a good return, try and get it real close to the end zone here. Get inside the red zone.
All right, here we go.
Mason Pretty back to return.
Mason Pretty back to return for the Corsairs. Can't see who's punting.
Number 21, does it say?
Isaac Naraza on the punt for the Jaguars out of his own end zone. There's a very low snap. There's a high punt, and it's going to take a Corsairs bounce, and it's going to be stopped on about the 41-yard line. So 25 seconds to play here in the second quarter. What do you do with this play? Do you run it? Do you pass it? What do you do?
Right here, it's more ideal to pass. You want to make sure you kind of get towards the sidelines. That way you can get some yardage and get out of bounds and stop the clock quickly.
So on first downs, they stop the clock momentarily. So you want to get out of bounds quickly to stop that clock from running. So here we go. Here comes Gaither and the Corsairs bringing out the offense on the 41-yard line. 25.2 seconds there to play in the second quarter. Corsairs looking to do something big here. Nice snap. Looking to pass. Looks like the ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. The pass was intended for Demario Watson. 2nd and 10. That ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage, so it looked like it slipped out of his hands. So 21.9 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. 2nd and 10. Corsairs have 2 timeouts left to use, to play with. Gaither out of the shotgun. Looking for a deep man, wide receiver, wide open. And that's going to be a good enough for Corsair first down. And they're trying to get the ball tempo. And they might be using a timeout, and they will. So the catch is completed by Bryce Gratz, and they're going to be in good field position.
Great move right there by Gratz. He faked inside, broke outside, had a nice little gap for Gaither to throw the ball into him.
He had 3 men wide. He had 3 men to his right, and 2 of them went up, and then Gratz went inside. So a good read by Gaither. So 16 seconds to play in the second quarter. Corsairs are down to their final timeout. What do you do?
Right here, I'm probably going to look for Gratz, either in the middle or streaking to the outside, or even hurt coming up that outside line, maybe a fade to the corner, come back to the inside pylon, the close pylon.
Demario Watson has been a key player too for the Corsairs. Here we go, 1st and 10 on the 17-yard line. Gaither looking for a man, looking for the end zone. Overthrows him, and there's a penalty flag on the field. I don't know if they're going to call pass interference. Is this going to be a pass interference or a hold?
Holding. Defense number 20.
It looks like a holding penalty on number 20, Gavin Maycock. And that's going to result in a 10-yard penalty. That's going to put the Corsairs in good field position here. So 10 seconds left to play in the second quarter. They're so close to the end zone, they can smell it. They can smell it. Do you think they're looking for a pass play, or do you think they're looking to run it?
You got 10 seconds right here. Probably got one play if you want to run. Otherwise, you're going to have to look at the pass.
Levi Cox comes out to the right of Gaither. Gaither looking to pass, pump fakes, and the catch is incomplete. And a late penalty flag again. It might be a pass interference. Was he pushed out of bounds, or was he? He might have been pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, it looked like the defender was pushing on him pretty good, pushed him out of bounds. Also, the defender never looked at the ball either.
So the ball's going to be put at the 1-yard line. So Tanner Jones on the pass interference. So that's going to give the Corsairs good field position on the 2-yard line. So 5 seconds to play in the second quarter. 1st and goal on the 2-yard line. This is a nail biter.
Great opportunity for the Woods right here.
Gaither out of the shotgun. And he's looking. Pressure coming in. The catch is made. Touchdown, Corsairs. Number 7, Caleb Price on the little wheel route. So he had the man. He had the look. It looked like he was going to get sacked, but he got away from him.
Great job by Gaither right there. He knew exactly where his receiver was. And even though he was under pressure, he could just spin on a dime, put the ball right in his hands.
So, point after attempt by the Corsairs. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So, with 9 seconds to play, the Jaguars lead 23-13. So, 0.9 seconds to play here in the second quarter. I don't think the Jaguars will have a play. I think they just might run the ball to end the time.
Yeah, this is one of the situations you're receiving the ball with this little time. You either got to run it back the whole way or just take a knee right away. As the Woods, it'll be interesting to see if they actually kick it all the way down or if they do a squib trying to run out the clock.
I would try to do a squib here. Careful on that though. He could blow up the defense. So deep back for the Jaguars. Isaiah Valrez deep back. Looks like Hawkins as well. You're right. He squibbed it and it touched the player, and that's for the end of the first half. So the Jaguars lead 23-13. So the end of the first half comes to a close, and the Corsairs are going to go into the locker room down by 10 points. What is the mindset for them going into the locker room and then coming back out for the second half? What is the coach going to preach to them?
right here, it's going to be really key for them to take care of the ball a little bit better. Looked like there was a number of times that the communication broke down as well. So we're going to make sure that we're coming out of the locker room on that same page. Also, on San Jose's side, they've been getting a little bit more momentum, moving the ball on the ground. So it's going to be key for us to kind of plug up that run game on the outside. The Corsairs have done a great job containing it inside, but on the outside, the run game has had a little bit more success.
So halftime here at the Red Bull. The Jaguars lead 23-13. We'll be right back. We're going to do some interviews with the athletic director, Bob, and we'll be right back. You're listening to KZZH 96.7 Eureka. KZZH is also streaming at kzzh.accesshumble.net. KZZH is community radio for Access Humble. start the second half for the Jaguars and Corsairs. Corsairs back to receive Mason Pretty. There's a high kick. It looks like Mason will be on the return. Mario Watson on the big return. And Mario Watson will get the Corsairs to the 40, about the 44-yard line. And that's going to be good field position for the Corsairs. So big game to start the second half, to start the third quarter for the Corsairs from Watson.
Great blocks up the middle, open up a big hole from the run through.
It looks like Gaither is back out there for the Corsairs as quarterback. And the chains are a little bit slow out there. So here we go, 1st and 10 from about the 43-yard line. Gaither out of the shotgun, looking to pass. First play, has a man. Incomplete pass. Number 14, Jimmy Bombi on the intended receiver. He is from Seattle, Washington. 6 foot player, 6 foot guy.
Good route right there. Step on the defender, slightly overthrown.
He had his hands out to catch the ball, but it was overthrown a little bit. 2nd and 10, little swing out to Levi, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 8. 3rd and 8. All about the 42-yard line, and the Redwoods are going to have some substitutions. Seconds on the play clock for the Redwoods. Looks like they're going to have 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Gaither out of the shotgun, looking to pass. Pass is completed. Ball comes out, and they're going to call it an incomplete pass. He had the ball in his hand. It looked like he got hit. It jarred the ball loose, but they're going to call it incomplete.
Yeah, his team is really quick as soon as Dante got the ball.
Number 55.
Knocked the ball out. Number 55 down on the field.
So it looks like number 55, Aaron Jordan Caesar, is down at 6 foot 260 from Herba Buena, San Jose, California. Is down. I didn't see what happened.
He was the one that came in and knocked the ball out. We tried to see what happened as far as the injury, and he was right in the middle of that play.
Looks like it might be a hamstring or something.
Thank you.
So Calder, the Redwoods, comes out, starts the second half with a big run play, but they can't do anything with it. They can't find a hole. They had 2 perfect pass plays, and then the run play, and now it's 4th and 8, 4th and 9. So they're trying to find something to do with it.
Yeah, great play called by the coaches right there. A little bit of lackadaisical on the execution. Got to make sure that we follow through with each play. That great run to start off after the kickoff really set up those passes. We were able to get some good openings, some good opportunities, but weren't able to complete.
Looks like Aaron's able to get up on his own, walking off the field. So it looks like the Corsairs are going to punt. Max Huff to punt for the Corsairs. Looks like Isaiah Velez deep to receive. for the Jaguars, and there's a little short bounce, and that ball is gonna nice play, and two nice plays, but they're gonna call it a stop at the 1 yard line. So two perfect plays to stop it from going into the end zone. Like there was like a little windmill toss and then another windmill toss.
Corsairs came in there right at the end zone before the ball was able to make its way in. One laid out full extension, kept it up in the air. Second player leapt from outside the end zone into the end zone in the air and threw the ball out to his teammates standing there.
So the Jaguars are backed up on their own 1 yard line. A very good placement for the punt. It looked like it went off the side of his foot a little bit, but it still backs him up in their own territory.
Great execution by special teams.
So Jared is going to go under center, running back to the right, and he's going to try and take it himself, but he's not going to go anywhere. So the first play to start the third quarter for the Jaguars, it's a QB sneak.
Yeah, that's a rough play call right there. Tackle gets your own end zone.
They might have drawn the defense offside, or it might be a false start. So it looks like number 87, Jake Caddy, was on the false start for that one. So it looks like there's movement on both sides, but they caught the offensive line moving first. So that's going to be not a loss, but they're right there still on the 1 yard line. Jared out of the shotgun. Look at the pass pressure coming. He throws it away. The pass is completed, and it's going to be
Pass complete.
a nice catch, and that's going to give them about a 5 yard gain on the play, maybe a 6, and that's going to be set up a third and about maybe 2, maybe 3. So it looks like the pressure came and looked like he was going to get a safety out of it, but the quarterback got rid of it before he got sacked.
Yeah, Julian made a nice play right there, got the ball out quickly. Got lucky that he didn't get kicked off the
So Jared comes out of the shotgun, 3 to the right, rolls out. Here comes the pressure. He's going to use his legs. He's going to be close to the sticks. But they're going to pull him down at the pin, and that's going to bring him a 4th down. So it looks like the Jaguars are going to cut it away here. So the Corsairs make the stop after pinning them at their 1 yard line. Looks like the Corsairs are going to make a defensive stop.
Good job by the defense right there. San Jose was going out to the side, acting as if they were going to make a pass play or swing play. They were able to fake it inside, and the Corsairs swallowed them up right away.
So it looks like Mason pretty back deep to receive for the Corsairs, standing on his own 45 yard line. There's a sky punt, and he's going to call for the fair catch. He knew right then he had not called for the fair catch. He was going to get blown up. So the Corsairs will take over at the 42 yard line, 1st and 10.
Let's see if Redwoods can capitalize on its field position right here.
Gaither out of the shotgun. Looks like they're throwing bunt formation. Hands the ball to Levi. Levi trying to get around the right side, but he's going to be met in the backfield by number 51, Isaiah Redwood. Isaiah was the first person to get there, and he was chasing him, and he got him down. He had him on. He had his hands out, and that was a nice stop by Isaiah.
Yeah, I took the cap there to the defender. Had a good tackle.
So it looks like Corsairs coming out 3 to the right of Gaither this time. Levi in the backfield. Gaither looking to pass. Has a man short, intended for Dante and Hurd. It looked like it was going to be caught, but then he had to dive for it. It looked like it was a little bit short. Nathan Lopez and Bryce Gratz goes back in for the Corsairs. And it looks like they're going to go 3 out, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Gaither by himself in the shotgun formation. Here's looking to pass, looking deep, looking for Hurt again. And the pass is incomplete, broken up by number 2.
Incomplete pass broken up by Tanner Jones.
And that was intended for Hurt again. He had the ball in his grasp, and then he dropped then he was right there to bat it away. So Corsairs will go 3 and out. Max Huff to punt for the Corsairs. Looks like Isaiah deep to return. There's a little squib punt, and it's going to be another nice punt, and it's going to be inside the 10-yard line, and that's where the Jaguars will take over. So 2 nice punts. The Corsairs, the first possession Corsairs had, they went 3 and out. They punted away. They pinned the Jaguars at their 1. They make them go 3 and out. Corsairs get the ball back. They went back 3 and out again. They punted again and punted them at their 10-yard line.
Yeah, it seems like humidity's starting to get to the quarterbacks a little bit. Ball's been a little bit slippery. Already seen a couple of loose balls. Also seen some bad throws.
So here we go. Jared Allen shotgun. Looks like Hawkins is 2 to the right, 3 to the left. Excuse me, that's Isaiah. Isaiah will get the ball handed up to him, and he's going to be up to the 18-yard line.
Tackled by Drew Jennings.
Let's go, Julian! Let's go! Get in there!
He's like 2nd and 2 with 8-yard gain on the play for the Jaguars. Jared out of the shotgun. Man in motion. Isaiah gets the ball handed off again. And they're going to mark it. And it's going to be a first down for the Jaguars. So give you a little update on the score around the nation. Looks like San Mateo, 45, Sequoias, 21, Palmer, 3, Golden West, 22. And those 2 were the final in the 4th quarter. Long Beach, 13, Riverside, 48, Redley, 28, Shabbat, 7, Pasadena City, 19, Santa Martino, 6. We'll give you some brings up 2nd and about 8. So with 9 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter, it's still a 23-13 lead. Jaguars looking, they all have all the field to go. They have the big length of a field to go, and that's what they're trying to do. Jared under center. Velez behind him. And he's going to get the ball again, hand it off. And he's going to be stopped at the 25-yard line. So a little bit of extra running room for Isaiah. And it looks like the Corsairs is down on the field.
They're down, guys. Let's go.
Looks like that's Tyson Winningham on the ground for the Corsairs. I didn't really see what happened. So we'll take a break here. We'll stay right here. Hopefully he's okay.
Feels like it's near the shin.
You are listening to KZZH LP 96.7 FM, Eureka, California. KZZH is also streaming at kzh.accesshumble.net. KZZH is community radio. So,
Another update for you. Looks like Alan Hancock, 14, San Bernardino Valley, 0. Lindale 6, Victor
All right,
Valley,
2-5.
0.
Go defense.
Looks like hopefully he's okay. So it looks like the Jaguars will come out third and about 8 on the 25-yard line. Jared out of the shotgun. Looking to pass. Pressure coming from the right. Pressure coming up the middle. Pressure trying to get to him. Makes a man miss. And he's going to be out of bounds. And the pass is broken up. And it looks like when he tried to walk the pass, it might have been his finger backwards.
Fourth down.
So it looks like the quarterback was trying to get away from the pressure. He went around the outside and he dropped back for a loss. And they're going to mark him at the 11-yard line. That's a big loss for the Jaguars.
that's a tough decision right there by Jerry Julian. Ran all the way back, took a lot of time, ended up throwing away and costing his team out there.
So it's going to bring up fourth and a bunch. Mason in the back to see the punt. There's a sky punt. Watch yourself. He hit the player. He didn't realize it. He hit a Corsair. But the whistle was blown dead. And he was not paying attention. So the Jaguars will get the ball back. First and 10.
Yeah, big play right there. It looked like a good opportunity for the Corsairs. It was a short punt, really high. You could see number 43, Mason. He was trying to wave his teammate, tell him where the ball was at, but his teammate didn't have the awareness to look up and find the ball, and it ended up bouncing short hopping in his back, picked up by the San Jose Jaguars.
And that was Tyson Rayner who the ball hit. He was not even paying attention. He wasn't even looking around. He thought it went short, but it hit him. So the Jaguars will have the ball back. First and 10. Here comes Jared Julian out of the shotgun. Incomplete pass intended for Isaac Hawkins. It's up second and 10. So a miscommunication there. That's the one thing that, as we came on the broadcast, we were talking about the communication. Mason was doing a good job of telling Greiner where the ball was at, but Greiner wasn't paying any attention.
Yeah, instead of listening to his teammate and actually moving, he literally just flew over the field with the ball hit him.
So the Jaguars, second and 10, ball on their own 39. Jared out of the shotgun. Looking to pass. Short pass. Complete to number 5, Casey Collins. And he gains minimal yards. He brings up third and about 2. Ball's going to be at the 47-yard line. And the Jaguars are trying to be in good field position here. Third and 2. Jared out of the shotgun. Looking to pass. Here comes the pressure again. Jared's going to use his leg. He does not pay attention, and he goes the ball way. He gets hit hard by number 44. Taylor Fortner on the hard hit from Del North. And that was a Jared didn't even look at where his pressure was coming, and that's the third time he's got hit.
Corsairs been doing a great job of getting that penetration off the line.
Guys, gotta look
Outside, forcing out of the pocket. Creating a lot of disruption.
Looks like Mason is back deep to receive the punt. Low snap, a little pooch kick, and they're going to let the ball bounce, and it's going to be inside the 3-yard line. So Jaguars give a tip my cap to the punter for a little pooch kick. He didn't skyrocket it. He didn't kick it high. It was just a short kick, and the Corsairs are back deep at their 3-yard line.
Kick by the punter there. It's kind of end over end. No ball. He's able to get it in the right spot.
Here comes Gaither, and the Corsairs offense pinned back deep on their 3.
Interesting to see if they can get the pass game out there.
Out of the shotgun, looking to pass. That's Hurt on the reception, and he's going to gain minimal yardage for about an 8-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring us 2nd and 2. You called it. You called it.
Yeah, great route by Hurt there. Made his man bite deep, came back under for the ball, made a couple moves, got around him, picked up 2 extra yards after contact.
So it brings up 2nd and 1, ball on the 17-yard line. So pickup of a 14-yard gain, and there's Gaither on the pass line, and that was intended for Caleb Price. Just overthrows him.
Yeah, he's done that a couple times today now where he's rushed himself on his throws. Where he's had times that his defender had the opening. Instead of calmly making the pass right to his chest, he's rushed the throw and either a little too far in front or a little too short.
I think if it was me, he could have handed the ball off to Levi, and he could have picked up a first down.
Yeah, there's a lot of open space right there on that left side.
So it brings up 3rd and 1. Gaither out of the shotgun, hands the ball. No, he's going to keep it, and he's going to slide, and it's going to bring up a first down for Corsairs. So good idea to fake the ball to Levi and just go for it.
Yeah, the read option play really well executed. They see the defender commit to Levi there and Gaither decided to keep it. They ran the first down.
So the Corsairs moved the ball up to about the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. There's Levi Cox on the end around, and he's going to go nowhere.
Right side. Gabe Lopez on the tackle. We got a flag on the field.
There's a penalty flag on the play.
Good job by Levi there. He got hit pretty hard and still hung onto the ball.
Is this potential target?
Looks
like there's a unfortunate personal foul against the Corsairs on number 10, Nathan Lopez. Unnecessary roughness, so it must have been after the play was over. So it'll be 1st and 15 for the Corsairs. And there's her again, Dante Her on the completion. And they're going to move the ball up. So they move the ball back, and then they move the ball forward. That's a good in-and-around route for her to gain to do the same thing he did previously.
Good job to pick a yardage and the penalty. It really hurts.
Gaither on the wheel.
Oh, he's
And
on!
the pass is incomplete.
Go over it! Come on, Red!
Pass ruled incomplete.
Now
His arm was on it!
and 9 for the
Beat
Corsairs.
up!
Third and short.
Tough play right there. Threw the pretty
suck!
tough coverage. It was one-on-one, but he was all over him. It was amazing he still was able to kind of make a play on that ball.
Hold it, Red! And his arm all over his back! You seen it? Come on, no line!
Gaither out of the shotgun. Looks like a little bunch formation. Gaither on the scramble. Gaither looking to pass. And the pass is a little bit short. Intended for Dante Hurt again.
Incomplete.
And that's going to force Corsairs to punt. So that penalty really hurt them.
Yeah, the penalty was huge on that drive. They were gaining yardage, but the penalty is what ended up having to lead the series right there. Excuse me, a little miss in communication there too between Hurt and Gaither. Looked like they weren't quite on the same page if they're going back shoulder or front shoulder.
So it looks like Isaiah deep back to receive for the Jaguars. There's a little pooch kick again. And that ball is going to be punted out of bounds. And there's a penalty flag.
You sails out of bounds. We got a flag and play.
Wonder what the call is here.
You ain't doing nothing!
Interesting to see. A bunch of guys arrived at Hugh at the same time.
It shouldn't take this long to figure out! Come on!
The rest figure this out. I'd like to talk about some of the Redwoods football team values: academic excellence, accountability, positive attitude, always compete, perfect effort, persistence, put your team first.
Number 14 on the defense is running over the snapper. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 4th down.
So it'll be a legal procedure on the Jaguars. So that'll move the ball up to the 17-yard line. So they'll redo the 4th and about 4. So do it again.
See if we get a better point off this time.
Nice snap. High over in punt. He calls for the fair
And
catch.
that is with the fair catch.
And we had 2 Corsairs right around him. So the
First
Jaguars will
down,
take over
San Jose City.
1st and 10 at the
Their own
47-yard
47
line.
yard line.
Come on, D!
4:29 minutes left in the third. 23-13. San Jose.
So here comes the Jaguars out. 4:29 left to play in the third quarter. 23-13 the score. Looks like Jared's going to have 2 running backs to the right. Here's Isaiah Valorez, and he just runs up the middle. And that's going to be good enough for another first down
Brady with the stop.
for
That's going to go for a
the
first down.
Jaguars.
Come on, guys!
It'll be key for the Corsairs to get deep right here. Defense spent a lot of time on the field so far this half. And have to really find that endurance that they've been training for.
So it looks like the offensive lineman coach is talking to the offense. And I wonder what he's telling them about the penalty that they had. That's what caused them to lose the yardage.
There you go.
And Isaiah tried to run up the gut, but he got stopped. Now bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That penalty last drive was super key. But also, there's some throws that could have been made. I mean, it seemed like there was a couple throws that were too short, not quite accurate. You can clean that up as a unit. You working the way down the field next time.
3:25 left to play in the third quarter. Jerry out of the shotgun. Isaiah to the left of him.
Pass.
Looking to pass, a little screen pass play to Isaiah. Isaiah runs the ball up, and they will be inside the 20-yard line, 25-yard line. And that's going to be good enough for a Jaguar first down. So the Jaguars are coming out on this possession, running the ball, the little screen out play right there. And after they punted away twice, they're now in the momentum of passing it.
Yeah, you can see the defense a little tired, lots of hands on the hips right here. Gotta find a way to get a stop right here, slow them down. That'd be a good time to call a timeout.
Jared out of the shotgun. Isaiah to the right. Flag on the play. Ball start on the Jaguars on number 75, Dante Sorum. And that's going to move them back 5 yards. 1st and 15.
That can't be the break that they needed.
2:20 left to play here in the third quarter. Jaguars hanging on to the 10-point lead. They're threatening inside the 30. Jared out of the shotgun. Isaiah to the left. Looking to pass. Man open middle. And that is going to be number 2.
Michael Holt with the reception for a touchdown.
And that's going to be another touchdown for the Jaguars. So I don't know where the defense was at on that. They had it looked like a little skinny route just up, and he was wide open.
Yeah, that one read the defense well as a zone blitz.
The
Kind of got a hold of it.
receiver
Receiver kind of just finessed that hole, worked his way up to the opening, found him right in the middle, wide open for the score.
Rolling on to attempt the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Jaguars lead with 2:02 left to play in the third quarter, 30-13. So the Jaguars comes out in the second half with the momentum on their side. They busted this thing wide open, taking an 18-point lead. What is the Corsairs thinking about now? Going out, 2 minutes left to play in the third quarter, trying to talk, communicate on the passes. What is their mindset going into this, knowing that they're about out of time?
Right here, it's going to be key to keep the energy high.
Get it back, guys. Let's get it back.
If you look back on the half, it was a series of 3 and outs, back and forth, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. That was the first time either offense was able to get down the field and really get anything going for themselves. So the CR Corsairs have to look at this as their opportunity. It's their turn. It's their turn to go down and score.
Looks like Dante or Watson and Freddie deep back to receive for the Corsairs. Looks like Watson is on the reception, on the return. Watson makes a man miss, and he's going to be dropped down. And there's a penalty flag on the play. And I wonder what this is going to be.
Great job by Watson right there. Spun by a couple defenders. See if this flag will help him already.
Third return, personal foul, illegal block over the waist, number 14 in the receiving team. The penalty will be a first competition to the goal for a second.
So Jimmy Bombi again on the penalty. So instead of being on the 30-yard line, it's going to be backed up on the 19. That's again another penalty on the Corsairs.
Yeah, too many penalties. It's just shooting yourself in the foot, losing yardage. You need that time.
So it looks like Gaither is coming back out again as quarterback. I wonder if they're using they've been using Max Huff for the punting. And the short pass completed to Mario Watson. And that's going to move the ball up to about the 21-yard line. Minute 35 left to play here in the third quarter. Corsairs trying to march the ball down the field to score. Gaither looking, and there's Hurt again. He does like a little flip over, that's Watson on the play. And that's going to be another first down for Corsairs.
Great job by Watson right there. He's leading the team, bringing the energy, taking up the defense a little bit, pushing them on their heels right now.
We got a minute to play here in the third quarter. Corsairs down 18. Gaither out of the shotgun. Looking to pass again. Finds a man wide open. And that's going to be number 11, Bryce Ratz. Does a little wheel route. He goes out and then comes back in. So that's going to put the Corsairs getting right there in good field position.
Great job in full extension to catch that ball and then tuck it in real quick so it doesn't come out.
30 seconds to play in the third quarter. There's another nice pass completed, and he's going to be dropped back.
Pass complete.
Number 88.
Number 88 is Jim Burns. And 15 seconds to play here in the third quarter. I believe they're going to let the clock run down, and this might be the final play. Oh, they're going to try and get the snap off. Down to 5 seconds. And he will get the snap off. And he does a little stacking play again, but this time the Jaguars ready. They saw that play again in the second quarter, and they saw it coming.
Series, clock was running. Well set up, they're able to see that play the whole way.
So the end of the third quarter, Corsairs 13, the Jaguars 30. So the San Jose or the Corsairs comes out in this fourth quarter down 18.
The number is as follows: 9, 7, 8, 4, 3, 5, 9.
Interesting play ball.
I repeat.
I thought he was going to pass it.
4, 3,
but it looks like the
5,
defense
9.
was right there. They were ready for that play. They were ready for
Make your way
anything
up
that's
to
going to happen. And that's why they were able to stop that play, because they saw that play the first time and they saw it again, and that's why they stopped them.
They had a lot of men boxing up the middle there too, which is where they had that statue posed up. So as soon as he got that ball, they were ready.
So Corsairs comes out 3rd and 7. Gaither looking to pass. Has a man wide open. Completed pass to Mario Watson. And that's going to be good enough for a first down. Corsairs on the opponent's side of the 50-yard line. So here comes the Corsairs marching up the field. And they're moving the tempo. So 1st and 10. Gaither out of the shotgun. He's looking deep. And he has a man wide open again. And that's going to be completed. Number 88 on Burns again. And that's going to be another first down for Corsairs.
Beautiful job right there by Burns. Just keep that ball, man. He had a huge grab on his back.
So 3 pass plays to come out to start the fourth quarter. This is what the Corsairs needed. And Gaither's going to run for it. And Gaither is going to be stopped at the 28-yard line. 2nd and 8. So Gaither thought he had somebody open, but he just used his legs to go for it.
Yeah, it looked like a design play for him on the inside there.
Gaither looking, And he throws it short.
Hey, step into that throw!
Looks like they weren't on the same page. Number 2.
Looks like the intended pass was intended for Hurt. Brings up
Go offense!
2nd and 6.
Keys walking with your composure right here. Tight game, good momentum, moving down the field fast.
Gaither looking to pass. Gaither trying to find somebody open. Has a man wide open on the inside. Touchdown! No! He dropped it. Oh my!
Incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. He had it.
Number 11.
Intended for Bryce Gratz. It looked like he had it, and then the momentum took him down and dropped it.
Yeah, that was a great by Gaither right there. He had to step on the defender through to the back of the end zone, but the defender arrived at the ball at the same time as the receiver looked like he was able to knock it out.
So it brings up 3rd and 6. Gaither looking to pass again,
Oh, he's all over!
and incomplete
Through the
pass.
back! Oh, that's horrible.
Incomplete.
They wanted a penalty
Jaden Burns.
intended for Burns. They wanted a flag. No flag, so it's going to be 4th.
Turnover on that.
First down.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Jaguars. So the Corsairs marched down the field. They couldn't get nothing out of it.
Yeah, they had good momentum there. It looked like a couple of broken plays, ended up stalling the drive out.
So here comes Jared Julian. 1st and 10 for the Jaguars. Ball on their own 43-yard line. Looks like it's an inside handoff number 13. Played to Viola. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield.
Lead on the play.
Great job on the 24 outside to cover up that.
Tackled by Jack Hawkins.
And that's Brandstetter. That's Lane Brandstetter. So 13 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. The Corsairs looking to stop the Jaguars from scoring again.
In there, Julian!
Jared out of the shotgun. Looks like Isaac Hawkins is the running back. Looking to pass. Pump fakes once. Here comes the pressure. He can't escape from the pressure this time. He just throws it up. The pressure got to him.
With the flag!
And he just throws it up. So there's no intentional ground because the ball was on the line of scrimmage.
He was in the pocket!
Great job on number 25 to get in there. Cause that pressure, almost took him to the ground.
And that was Ty Swinningham, the one who got hurt earlier. He was back out there, so that's good to see him back on defense.
Come
So
on,
the
Brad!
defense looking to hold the Jaguars 3rd and 14, ball on the 43-yard line.
Probably going to be a pass play by San Jose right here. Make sure the coverage is tight.
Looks like the defense is playing the pass here. They're looking for it. That's what they're looking for.
Hey!
Jared looking to pass.
Yeah!
And the ball is swatted away at the line of scrimmage.
Good play!
With the deflection.
Hand in there. Got hand on the ball.
And so
Fourth down.
Jaguars go 3 and out.
Great job, defense.
So here comes another chance for the Corsairs.
Is that 25 we got in?
Mason deep back to receive for the Corsairs. Nice kick. That's a high end over end kick. Waits for the fair catch. And the ball will be spotted about the 44-yard line. And the Corsairs will take over 1st and 10.
Keep that offense can't pick right.
Let's go, Will!
Last drive. Keep moving the ball. Looks like
Put it in there!
who is it? Watson involved. Watson hurt. Some good targets for them
So here comes Gaither. Looks like Burns is going to be the widest man out on the right side of Gaither. He might be going to him. Gaither looking to pass. Gaither steps up. Pass is complete to number 10. And that is Nathan Lopez on the reception. And that's going to be another first down for the Corsairs inside the 30-yard line. So the Corsairs using that momentum from the last play they had. Gaither looking deep, looking over, and just overthrows his man just a little bit.
A little higher.
Intended for Demario Watson. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 for the Corsairs.
Slight opening there, just barely overthrew it.
He had the man, but he waited. He threw it a little sooner than he should have, but he would have been right there. 2nd and 10. Gaither looking to pass, Gaither looking to use his legs. Gaither is going to be stopped at the 10-yard line. First down.
Great decision right there. Saw the opening right in front of him, took the space.
So Corsairs are in good field position. Ball at the 15-yard line. They're marching up the field. Gaither looking to pass, short pass play, caught by Demario Watson. Watson and Hurt have been mainly his go-to guys.
Yeah, great job by Hurt there. I know that was Watson. Great job right there. Was wide open in the middle, had plenty of space, secured the ball. Almost had a stiff arm to break free of the man.
2nd and 3, ball on the 9-yard line. Looks like Gaither's going to take off. Gaither makes one man miss. Gaither is in. Touchdown! Corsairs. Gaither uses his legs. It says if you use your legs, so can I. Gaither gets a 9-yard rushing touchdown on the play. So the Corsairs are within length of this game again.
Great job by Gaither for that drive. Very decisive, made his decisions quickly, and had a lot of confidence behind his throws.
Nice snap, nice hold. The kick is up. The kick is good.
Russell Baker with the extra point. With 11 minutes remaining.
11:08 left to play in the game. The Jaguars 30, the Corsairs 20. So after being down by 18, they come back after the play they had before this and uses that momentum to carry them through to go down and score.
Absolutely. Great job as a group right there for the team sticking together. You can see that there's a couple plays where things didn't quite go their way, but they just kept their heads up, kept running the ball down, kept going right at the defense, and they were scoring.
So here we go. The Corsairs coming out to kick. And the Jaguars getting set to return. Looks like you have Isaiah Valles deep back to return. It looks like are they going for an onside kick or are they going for a squid kick again? Looks like they might be setting up for an onside kick.
See what they do here. Only got one man really deep. Right 10 yards off.
Oh, they kick it deep. And Isaiah on the return. Isaiah looking for a man to miss. Isaiah cuts to the middle, carries the ball up, and it's going to be about the 30. And the Jaguars will take over first and 10.
Take over.
Interesting to see how the defense responds right here after having a good rest on that last drive. Stretch legs. You can't shut them through now.
That was a long drive for the Corsairs.
Yeah, they have 2 long drives with 3 and out in between. So plenty of rest for the defense. Should be looking sharp.
So here comes the Jaguars back on offense. Take over at the 30-yard line. Jared comes out. Looks like Hawkins is behind him. Goes under center. Gets the ball handed off to him. And that's Isaiah Velez on the carry.
Velez on the carry.
For about 5 yards. 6 yards on the gain. Brings up
Nice
second and
game.
4.
Stop.
Real key to stop the run right here. San Jose's going to be looking to take some time off that clock. They still can't let up that big play.
So 2nd and 4 on the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars. Defense looks like they're playing the run play.
Get to see a Corsair interception this time.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can get one. Jared goes under center, sends a man motion. Velez behind him. Gets the ball handed off again, and he is stopped. He goes nowhere.
Velez on the carry.
Looks like Jaden Sandusky was there to make the stop. So the Corsairs are coming with that momentum. When they have the ball, that momentum is carrying them. So we're going to see if that momentum can keep carrying them, and keeping their edge of keeping that communication going.
Yeah, great communication with the defense there. So man in motion. Everybody was talking on that play. Well covered and swallowed them up right across the line.
3rd and 5 for the Jaguars. Jared out of the shotgun. Looking to pass. Pressure coming from the right side. Gets rid of the ball. Pass is completed to number 5. Casey Rollins. And that's going to set up the 1st down Jaguars. Inside the 47-yard line.
Hey, guys, hit 34!
So 9:15 left to play in the 4th quarter. Jaguars lead 30-20 against the College of the Redwoods, the Corsairs.
Get in there!
Jared comes out with shotgun. 3 to the right this time. Here comes the pressure, trying to scramble. Jared tries to find Casey Collins. Incomplete pass. 3 guys rush him again. And he still can't find a way open. Every time they rush him, he gets away from them.
Yeah, Jared, he's been having good opportunities getting away from that pass rush and finding a way to.
Good job, D-line! Do it again!
You see the Corsairs can't get to him this time, taking for a tackle for loss, get a sack.
So that will bring up a 2nd and 10 on 47-yard line. The Corsairs are looking to keep that momentum going after that big pass play by Jared to Casey Collins. Brings up 2nd and 10 on the 47-yard line. Jared out of shotgun.
There it is!
Here comes the blitz. The pressure came, but he stopped. Jared is going to run, and he's going to go, and he's going to gain some big yardage. Looked like the guy from the middle was going to go, but he stopped. He froze.
Yeah, nice wiggle move. Got to him too in the backfield. Just barely broke free of that tackle at the sideline.
Keep fighting, Nick! Keep fighting!
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and about 4 on the play. 3rd and 3. Ball's on the other side of the 50. So Jared using his legs as well. 3rd and 3.
Let's go, Julian!
Play here, McGee. Bad snap. Jared gets a ball, but he is dropped, and it's going to bring him a 4th down. So the snap was bad, but Jared was there to pick it up. He saw the pressure, and so it's going to bring up a 4th and about 2.
Watch your ball!
And it looks like they
You need it
might
right here,
go
Nick!
for it.
Stop it right here!
Looks like they might
You need it
want
right
the
here,
clock
guys! Let's go!
down to 0 and call a timeout for the delay game, or do you think they'll take the delay game?
Yeah, there's one of those spots you take the delay game, kind of gives you a little more space and you put that foot on. Also, if you put it
and that's an interesting call.
Think about the timeout, they can go over their options, right? They can decide if you want to go for it. The last couple plays, they had a little decent momentum going up the field. Did they want to try and push it? Or are they just going to end up punting away and
Let's go, D!
So going into this fourth down, the mindset for the Corsairs is to keep that momentum, to keep that pressure going for the defense, not to let the quarterback get out of the pocket, not to let them find any open receivers, to keep that pressure so that way they can get the ball back and get back on offense because there's some fresh legs. The offensive line is being able to go back out there. They're wanting to get out there, and it looks like the Jaguars are going to go for it here on 4th and 2. Jared out of the pocket. They're looking, and there's a screen pass, and it looks like it's completed, and it looks like Isaiah is gonna gain that first down. So a little screen, a little wheel route for Isaiah, and he knows what he needed to do there.
Yeah, he ended up checked down into his running back. Running back came up, made contact just short of the first down, but was able to
Keep fighting, keep fighting!
Extra 2 yards to get it.
So Jaguars will have the 1st and 10 ball on the 41-yard line. 6:40 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Jaguars just looking to run down the clock. It's a 30-20 lead for them here in the fourth quarter. Jared underneath, and there's whistles. And a delayed game on the Jaguars. So that's going to move them back to 5. So, interesting play to not get the ball off in time. So it'll be 1st and 15.
Yeah, Jaguars would have been looking at clock this drive.
So here comes the Jaguars. Down to 6:33.
What you said is key, though. Maintaining the pressure. Even after that 4th down, you keep bringing pressure to him, there's a better chance of getting a turnover than to stop. So get the ball back.
So here comes the Jaguars. 3 to the right this time. Pump fakes once. Pressure coming. Has Isaiah again, and he is met in the backfield. And another late flag. 2 flags come in. And I think this is going to be unnecessary. Another late hit.
Hey, QB, quit bagging! That was a shoulder hit!
Great play by number 44
They're going to
there.
take 10 minutes to figure it out.
Forkner to get the stop. Unfortunately, too fast.
Play was not over! You guys are horrible!
And that is the correct call because the play was over. And he just comes in and hits him. You can't do that. And that's another shot in the foot by the Corsairs. That's on number 50, Julian Garcia.
Come on, what happened?
You gotta let that go. Once he's down on the ground, you can't come
Get in
in.
there, D!
It doesn't matter if you're hitting him with the shoulder. It doesn't matter if you're hitting anywhere. You gotta hold up. And false start. So another penalty. I'm interested to see what the penalties are against both teams.
There's been a lot in this game. Seems like there's been a little bit more for the Corsairs, but the ones for San Jose have been at those inopportune times.
So 6:15 left to play. Corsairs backed up 5 yards on the 46-yard line. 1st and 10. 1st and 15.
I want to go back to that late hit play real quick. Because it looked like as 50 was coming in, his man was still standing as he committed to the tackle. But then he had to somehow find a way to adjust that and not hit him after he committed to it.
And there's a big sack in the backfield, and he's going to go down for a big loss. And that's number 24, Lane Rainstetter. Oh, my. And that's how you collapse on the defense. The quarterback didn't see him, and it goes
spin cycle he's been using. It worked for him a couple times before, but right there, they weren't fooling for it.
So the Corsairs defense stops them, but the clock is still going. They are milking this clock under 5 minutes, and that's going to move the Jaguars back deep. And there goes the running back, Isaiah, again. So the Corsairs are going to stop the clock.
There you go!
And the Corsairs are going to use their first timeout. So going back to that late hit, like what you were saying, he got tackled, but as he was going down, he hit it in the back. That's why he got the late unnecessary roughness, because as soon as the player goes down, you hear the whistles. You got to hold up because that is a player safety issue.
Right. Yeah, you have to protect the player safeties at all costs. Right there is number 50. He had committed to the tackle before he had gone down, and then he went down before he actually made the hit. In that situation, you have to force yourself to jump up either over the defender or around, or over the offensive player or around him. You can't continue to make contact even though you're committed. You have to find a way to either throw your momentum with your hands, your legs, any part of your body that can sway you out of that player.
And that's why this year, targeting is a big key. The college football people are on top of targeting, even though it could be down below, but anything above the net area is targeting. Jared Hopkins once turns back around, too late, incomplete pass. And the Corsairs makes them go 3 and now. Hopefully Jared is okay. So it brings up 4th and a bunch. So Corsairs may have an opportunity.
Yeah, great job by the defense there, maintaining the composure. A lot of weird plays, a lot of flags, penalties. Drew San Jose back. Corsairs were able to stick it out, get the ball back right here.
Mason pretty back deep to return for the Corsairs. 4:53 left to play in the game. There's a high punt, and he's going to wait for the fair catch. And it'll be spotted. It'll be spotted at the 21. I'm surprised there wasn't a flag on that play either. Both guys scrambling after the play. They let that go. You can hear the crowd. The crowd doesn't like that there was no flag on that. I mean, this has been a good game after all, but the Corsairs' momentum, I think that's what they're driving from last week's game, is here today. They got to forget about it.
Absolutely. Anything that goes wrong, you got to wipe it. Anything that goes good, you got to wipe it. Can't get too high, can't get too low. Consistency is key, especially in these late game situations.
Here comes Gaither out of the shotgun. Looking to pass. Pressure. Up the middle. Gets away from the one man. It throws it. Little shags it. Burns the receiver. And a penalty flag in the backfield. And this might be a holding on the Corsairs. That is another holding penalty on the Corsairs, and that is White Sarah Hutchinson. So the Corsairs getting down to close to the end of the game can't draw penalties.
That's right. Right here, we got to look at what Gaither's doing here. Even though that play ended up being negative for the Corsairs, he maintained his composure under pressure. Let's see if he can't step up right here in this next play.
Gaither out of the shotgun. Low snap. Goes the ball high. Deep intended for number 10, Nathan Lopez. He had the pass complete. That would have been a big game.
Yeah, that was a great pass by Gaither there. He put it just beyond the defender where the defender couldn't get to it. It looked like, who was that? Lopez had to fight around the defender to get to that spot. And almost laid out for the catch.
So that's going to be up 2nd and 19 on the 9-yard line. So here comes the Corsairs again, trying to find the momentum.
Come on, just get a little bit.
Snap to Gaither. And there's Burns again. And there's going to be a late hit. That's going to be a late hit on number 94 of the Jaguars. That's Hector Reyna. That's Hector Reyna on the rushing the passer. He was pumping his chest like he did a good play, but the ball was already let go, and you can't do that.
Right, once that ball is out, you cannot be slamming that knee to the ground, hitting it super hard. You can bump it a little bit, but you cannot be slamming it like that.
So that's going to mark the Jaguars 15 yards to the 30 to about the 29-yard line. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Corsairs. Gaither out of the shotgun. Looking to pass the ball, looking up the middle. The pass is completed to Monte Bird. And that's going to be a good enough for Corsairs. First down on the opponent's side of the 50. So that momentum is coming back for the Corsairs.
What a catch right there. That was all hurt. He was double coverage. Came up and just took it away from him.
4 minutes to play here in the game. Here's Gaither. And he took a little slip on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Good play design to the outside right there. Just a little slip over.
4:03 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Corsairs looking to come back and score. They're within 10, but they want to be within more. Here's Gaither. Gaither looking up. The pass is completed. And that's Dante Burke again. And that's going to be a 1st down Corsairs. That's going to set them inside the 28-yard line. 1st and 10. Gaither out of the shotgun. Gaither looking. Pass is completed. To Demario Watson. And it's going to bring them a 2nd and about 8.
Great job at Gaither this
About
drive.
2.
He's recognizing what his best weapons are and using them. That's what you want to do in those situations.
2nd and 2. 3 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. Corsairs are threatening. Pass is completed to Jaden Burns. And that is going to be another Corsairs touchdown. Burns wide open on his in and out route. Good placement to find him. And the Corsairs are back within 4.
Got the open space. As soon as he caught the ball, he snuffed the end zone and did not give up getting out there.
3 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. Corsairs down 4. They can make this, they'll be within a field goal. Nice snap, nice hold. The kick is up. The kick is good. And the Corsairs make it a 3-point lead on that last play. Gaither was looking for somebody, found Burns. Burns kept his feet trucking, and he found the end zone. They were back at their own 9-yard line. They were back at their own 9-yard line because of that 15-yard penalty from the Jaguars. That's why they were able to march up the field. So 3 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. Corsairs 27, Jaguars 30. Corsairs are looking to keep that momentum through the rest of this game. If they go, I don't know if they're going to go for another onside kick or if they're going to keep kicking deep. But they're going to try and get in the Jaguars deep and get the ball back so that way they have time to come out and get the ball back.
They just need to see what they do here. They've done a great job of picking coverage and the stingers down the field. And also we've seen a split kick. They wasn't quite the surest of pain.
Looks like Isaiah Velez back deep to receive for the Jaguars. And an onside kick, and it is recovered by the Jaguars. So it looks like the kick was slipped a little bit.
It looked like he went to go do that split kick and his
Out of the box.
stuck right before he went contact with the ball. And he shit in his
First down, Daniel Betty.
They got any yard play.
So
Corsairs
first
first
and
lead.
10 for the Jaguars. Ball on about the 44-yard line. First and 10 for the Jaguars. So here we go, folks. 3 minutes to play. 30-27. Jaguars come out the ball. Here comes Jared under center. Isaiah back behind him. Gets the ball handed off to him. Isaiah makes one man miss and gets a carry for an 8-yard gain.
Taylor
That
Faulkner
looked like the original
on the
ground
sack.
lane he went to go to all the Corsairs were waiting. He actually kind of got lucky, but he got misdirected by the defender and worked around where the Corsairs were at.
Brings up 2nd and 5. That clock is going. 2:30 remaining in the game. I think this is the momentum that the Jaguars need as they're just trying to milk the clock to where the Corsairs don't have any time left. That's their momentum right now, is to keep the clock going. And you see the play clock is down to 5. And Jared is just waiting. And delays the handoff, and the Corsairs there to stop it. And it looks like Coach White is going to use
Timeout, Redwoods.
their second time out. I think this is a smart play. To stop the clock with 2:09 because he knows that if he doesn't stop the clock is just going to continue to run.
Right. Yeah, here it gives them a chance to stop the clock. They get the ball back after a stop on this 3rd down, so it's an incomplete pass.
Hey, we need a big stop here, D.
They'll have plenty of time to
Get
get
right
out
here,
of
D. The game out there, Debo.
2:09 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Corsairs down by 3.
Let's go, D. Let's go, D.
You can hear the crowd here at the Redwood Bowl cheering on their Corsairs. And I tell you what, this is where it gets interesting. Under 2 minutes here. And we'll see what the Jaguars draw up here. I see a back play. The energy is high here. The crowd is getting pumped up. The defense is getting pumped up. Jared under center gets the ball off, and he's going to get stopped. And the Corsairs are going to use their final timeout. I don't know, man. I would have waited. I think I would have waited on that.
Taking the ferry in on the front there.
This is a tough ball. Here, it gives you plenty of time. If you can run your team really, really well, working up the sideline, stopping the clock without having to use your timeouts, it's a good call. But it also eliminates that point where if the clock's winding down the play clock, you can call timeout to stop that early game.
So the Corsairs are out of timeouts. That was their final timeout. So now the mindset is go into this 4th down. They might pass it. They might run it to try to get that 1st down. If they get that 1st down, they may not have time to get the ball. Now if they come out and stop them on 4th down, it'll be Corsairs ball. And Corsairs will have that one play to maybe a couple plays to get down the field. So here we go, 4th and 2. It looks like the Jaguars are going to punt it. So interesting play call. They're going to try and pin them deep. There's a skyrocket on it. And it's going to take a Jaguar bounce, but it went backwards. So the Jaguars will down it at the 20, and there is an injured
Put down to the 15-yard line.
Redwood on the field. Not sure who it is. The 69 is Sam Schukerman from Crescent City.
Unfortunately, he got in there and forced that rough punt right there. They didn't quite get the punt away up. They didn't get the punt off the way they wanted right there. They ended up paying the price for it. Also, on that play, the Corsairs got really lucky. It looked like they were trying to get a couple guys off the field before the play was snapped. And looked like the refs kind of gave them a little discretion on that one.
So now the Corsairs have a mindset of a minute 56. They're at the 15-yard line. What do? You run the ball to keep the clock going, or do you try to keep it out of bounds?
Right here, as the Corsairs, you do not want the clock running when the ball's not in play. So if anything, you want to make sure you take shots towards the corner if you run, or passes when you're down the field towards the sideline. If you do make a completion and get happening down, they better be hustling back to that line to get the next play off or spiking it.
So it looks like Sam, looks like his ankle or something. He's generally walking on it. So we have really good staff here on the field, the trainers, athletics, and we want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Tino and to Bob and to all the staff here at the College of the Redwoods. Plus, I want to give a shout out to Humboldt State for allowing College of the Redwoods to come here and play at the Redwoods.
Yeah, big shout out to Cal Poly for letting us use this facility. Wonderful turf field, great atmosphere, lots of students coming out, I see. And then for great football.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Corsairs on the 15-yard line. Gaither out of the shotgun. Gaither looking to find somebody open. Throws the ball away. Pass is Lopez. And here comes the Corsairs. They're getting up on the ball. And the clock is continuing to run here. Minute 40. Here's Gaither again out of the shotgun. Looking to pass, little screen pass to Watson. And that's a good idea to get out of bounds. So 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6, call a 4-yard gain. Little low snap, intended for a hurt on the play.
Incomplete on the sideline.
Jammed his finger as he received that ball in his throw. Looking at the sideline shaking his hand off.
Teammate coming over to shot that handout. It was a little low. Yeah, he's grasping that hand. We'll see if it gets it. We'll see if it has anything to do with his throwing. He's still shaking it. Nice snap. Looking. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Bryce Bratz. That looked like it slid a little bit. After the jarred hand, it looked like it slipped.
Decent throw, the throw was right there. It was right to his chest, but number 11 dropped it. Definitely felt the
4th down.
So it brings up 4th and 5, and they're still working on that hand. So it looks like they're going to stay out there. They have to go for this. They have to go for this. So here we go, 4th and 7. Gaither looking to pass. Gaither tries to escape the pressure, and he is going to be stopped short of the 1st down. So Jaguars come back and stop the Corsairs. I don't think he realized where he was at.
Yeah, it's tough. It looked like the receiver he made his route just past where the yard the game was. Brought him back behind the game. He ended up being just a yard and a half short there.
Yeah, so Jaguars comes out, minute 21. This might be the last play for the Corsairs.
Corsairs another time in that timeouts here. They probably just need out from him.
I think that's what they're going to do. I think the Jaguars are going to go into victory formation.
You are listening to KZZH LP 96.7 FM, the weekly content. KZZH is also streaming at kzzh.accesshumble.net. KZZH is community radio from Access Humble.
So, a minute to play here in the game. And it was a good fought battle. The Corsairs had the momentum going down, but the Jaguars defense stopped them. So I believe this will be the last play. Final kneel down for the Jaguars as the time is winding down for the Corsairs. And that's going to do it, folks, here at the Red Bull. 30 seconds to play. The Corsairs, unfortunately, have been 0-2 to start the season.
And clock is down. We will see a final score of the game. 30.
Starts of the year
As
there.
the Redwoods Corsairs finish second, we want to thank everyone in attendance today and bringing college football back to the North Coast here at the Redwood Bowl. Travel
The
home
next home
safely.
game is going to
We'll see
be
you
September
at home contact.
24th against Monterey Peninsula back here at the Red Bull, and that's the final score. The Jaguars win 30-27.
Next home game here at the Redwood Bowl.
We thank you for attending today's game, folks. And we
September
hope you enjoyed
24th
listening to the broadcast.
at 1
We hope you
p.m.
come back the next time.
versus Monterey
You
Peninsula
are
College.
listening to
On the game, Saturday, September 24th, 1 p.m.
KCCH
Here at the Redwood Bowl
at
versus Monterey Peninsula College.
AccessHumble.net. KCCH is community radio from Access Humble. We'll be back with the post-game show.